Welcome, Raphael 7286, take 2, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I just pulled out one of my books, the ones that I typed out that everybody can understand. Okay? And when it's just like this, it just pops up. I wasn't going to get it. I had found that I had got a Christmas gift already delivered to me. The person who gave it to me didn't even know I got it because I took it without asking. But I asked for something else and it was in the same box, so I just took the box. I open it up and it's something I've been looking for the longest time. I get cold feet. I get the shivers because of this bipolar. It's a mental distortion, the bipolar. They tested out human beings. We are now, most of us, if not all of us, bipolar 7286, being tested out whether or not we can hook up with the matrix. Mine was so strong I started to have visions and thoughts, and all of a sudden I'm calculating 1 and 2 and 9 and 6, and if you leave a space or no space, it's all going to have some sort of dementia that you've gone into in order to get this out. But on this page, I'm just going to read you the whole page. Aware, a reminder of Cinderella and the connection to the real world. How spiritual awakening is to be understood. Beauty and the Beast. Do not judge the face of another. It is a better of judge than an action than to take on the face. A kinder judge is not that our child who would do in haste, and are we all just children? So I come down a little bit before it says, define the Delphi oracles. Book of Changes, 1999. What was the quatrain of Nostradamus, the prediction? As I have in my own thoughts, last to be man in the Jewish faith, this age of 13, so that the boy born, okay, this is what it had to do with Y2K. If that boy who was born, the last boy that was born, is born in the month of no later as the earliest as of September, October of 1999. This child will have a bar mitzvah this year. He will be 13 this year. We've done 13 years. He's in the bar mitzvah year. That will be all the first children are now bringing us into the new world. That was Y2K. How come? Because the new spirit comes into this world. The Delphi oracles. So at the age of 13, do I know anybody 13, anybody being bar mitzvah? You have all been blessed as being the first one, and you are going to see the new world. It is a reality. It is my reality, and I'm hoping it's for everybody else. But if it's not, well, how are you? You're good. Okay, I'm going home to do my stuff. You go home to do your stuff. You're in your world. I'm in my world. I think everything's okay. Then it says on here, men, okay, Jesus passes from time of Expo 67. So this is a time scenario I put on, and I put the scenario date. Can you see it? Expo 67, 2012. 45 years to the 2012 summer. 45 years, that's the number of matrix. From 1967, there's 33 years to the year 2000. That's the Christ era. Then we bring on the 13-year-old child who's born in the last time of the millennium child, which is now. At the same scenario, 50 is gold, 50 stars, 50 times 47. Moses was born in 2350. We move on to 30, the 2.5 eggs, because of Christ that came to us, and all the other add-ons. 30 eggs in a panier, 2.5 dozen. They sell them all over the world. I mean, North America, go take a look. Every farmer will tell you, yes, I got it. Even the supermarkets are holding it. 30 eggs, 30 times 47 is 1,410. 10, 14, 24, 86. Because 10 and 14 make 24, and 8 and 6 make 10, 10. Why? Because 86 is the spirit of 76. And I know that for sure. Why? Because when I play craps and I throw my money on the table, every time they pay me off for an 8 and a 6, I get 7 for 6. So I guess it wasn't my rule to start with. And in the last part, we had to run the life by the 43 presidents. And that's Barack Obama. He's the 43rd president. Why? Because Grover Cleveland was the 22nd president, and he repeated as the 24th. You don't count that as two presidents. It's two presidencies of terms of 4 years, but it's not two presidents because it's the same guy. I mean, otherwise than that, I got two identities. You know what I'm saying? So the 43rd one is Barack Obama. 43 in Monopoly, you go around to the Mediterranean, and that's exactly where they are. They've got the creation and the connection with the moon. 4 times 3, 4 plus 3 equals 19. 19 times 3 is 57. It's our moon. Because there's 2 O's in it, and it stands for 30. It also stands for 225. Life of the angel resident, 2, 2, and 5. 22 by 5 is 110, 110 stories of the Twin Towers. It all has to match up. It's a book. They wrote a book. We're living it. We're alive. Crazy shit, eh? Too bad it's not like Nintendo. Let's run. I'm running. I run all the time. But I gotta go to sleep. So we've got 43, 30, which makes 73, and that's Nibiru. Wow. 2 times the gematria scale is 72. We got 73. 7 and 3 is 10. 1 and 6 made the 7. So we got 1, 6, and 3. We got the laws of Moses. Because 1 and 6 has to make the 7. Otherwise, you couldn't make the 7. You know that already. Well, look at the dice. One side is 6, the other side is 1. We make 7. Not like the other 7s, because this dot's in the center. Center of 3 and 3. The creation of the Christ. 80 times 50 and 30. 80 times 47 is the year 3760. And that's when Christ was born. That's right. 37 and 60. But it was actually 3757. Because we lose 3 years for the era. Just like we lost 3 years now, we're actually in the year 2019. Yeah, that's right. We're at the end of the cycle. 48 Super Bowls coming in. Perfect. 48 equals 44. 4 times 8, 4 plus 8, 12 and 32 equals 44. So now we have 80, 50 stars, 30 eggs in the panier, and Barack Obama is the 43rd president. In all actuality, the 43rd. So what we do is we add them all together. It equals to 123 times 47 equals 5781. 3 times 19, 57, 1 moon. 81 is 24, which is man on the moon, that I keep saying. 24 and 57 is man on the moon. 8 and 6 makes this up, and it pays to the spirit of 76. This is Venus. But when you start the game, right, God didn't say, okay, year 6, so man came to earth in year 6, and they all said, all right, you started the game without us, 6 years ahead. So God chopped off that, and he says, okay, start from scratch. So he went out to play pool, and he did the rest of the planets. Start from scratch. If he started from scratch, and he did it in 6 days, and he rested on the 7th day, wouldn't you think we're coming into 2021, actually, or 2020? Don't forget the 41 that I mentioned before, plus 6 equals man, minus 6 from 41 is 35. That's the egg. But where am I now? 41? Yeah, that's like the Mediterranean where they are right now. 41 and 43 is 84. And again, we're back to space. It just keeps talking about the same thing over and over and over. 84 does the same thing. And it doesn't matter where you want to go. You want to take out a soccer ball and look at it. We're going to find the number that goes on it. If I haven't done it, I'll do it. How am I so sure I can do it? Because I don't give up until I could, and I know everything is possible. And everything starts off as general. General is very important. At least you know it's there. In time, you'll see a reflection of it. It'll become more important. But it'll never become private, because you have to share. No one's doing anything against you. What is this whole world thinking everybody's against you? Come on. The only time people are against you is when they make things so absurd that people want, they make you want to, like lose their mind. Okay? But anyways, I am one of those children. Remember I told you about Jesus? 45 years was 2012. 46 years is 2013. But 47 years from 1967 is 2014. Have you seen what Man in His World Expo 67 looked like? Have you seen the buildings and the designs? They're exactly to what's coming today. And you know why there's no point on the matter? Because the point is cut off. You need to walk on a flat surface. You think the world is round, flat, square. You think we're floating with oceans that never leave because the moon is sucking it down. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Let me read you the rest of this page, right on 10 minutes. And it goes, Jesus passes from the time of Expo 67. That's exactly what I was talking about. I knew nothing of number 47 back then, except what I have drawn on one of my old pieces of furniture, but I can't throw it out because it's drawn up. You think I should bring it to you? Hold on a second. No, let me finish this then if I remember. Mayans believe that the North and South Pole will shift, as they believe it has shifted in the past. Now, one of the reasons they believe it shifted in the past is because the time they give, okay, of 25,000, and they also say Einstein talked about 15,000, and that's all because of the numbers. Angel residency, Chai 18, things turn over, a new leaf, a bar mitzvah, something happens good. Number 18. 15, it's in the egg, it's in the oven, you're taking care of your wife, you're going to have a child to bring him down to this earth. Although he's a child from upstairs, he was never yours to begin with, and he doesn't own you and you don't own him now. The Mayans believed in this. They believe every 25,600 year approximately pole shift. Questions, many days, months, and years does it take for a pole shift? What do I believe and what should I believe? The question is, a spiral runs 6,400 years. 6,400 years times 4 is 25,600. It can also be said as 5,600 in the Hebrew time, and it's 175 years later. 2 times 175 is 3.5. 4 times 3.5 is 14. We're on the cross. 28, we got the moon. So all the numbers seem to fit out over here. Albert Einstein proves that the pole shifted 1.8 billion years ago. Why couldn't he say 1.7? Because 1.8 is the spirit of man, A and H, 1 to 8. 1 and 8 is 18. In Gematria, 1 to 8, or 18, is the last number of the first half of the 36 numbers in the Gematria tree. That's all. So Einstein says something, and you know what's funny? Albert Einstein, 1955, they could have said that about me, because that's my address. That's the when my son was born in 1991, my address was 1955. That's 22 years ago. L'chaim, to life. He's in the 21st. He's into his 8th year of bar mitzvah. I have his bar mitzvah stuff up on the wall. And I got a whole lot of numbers here. And listen to this. Listen to what it says. I'm confused. 3, 9, 11, 4. Which does not belong to a double digit and why? 3, 6, 9 are divisible by the same unit. Is there a meaning to this? Of course. 3 goes into 6 twice. It goes into 9 3 times. And you got number 23. 6 goes into 9 1.5 times. Since it goes into 9 1.5 times, and 9 and 6 equals 15, that's the egg. And the egg is the 15th number, so I think the egg is worth 1.5. Something like that. Anyways, I'm not sure what I hit, what I missed. But we're not playing any games here. I want to thank you for watching. And I'm going to be working on these 2 letters according to their shape and the numbers that come out of it just because of their shape and where they are in the alphabet works perfectly. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus coming into the year of 5775. In October 4th, 1 year from now, we will be fasting on this day, and it may be the last fast in the wormhole of the area of this planetary system mound we sit upon.